Greetings, friends. This coming Friday is June 12th, and we celebrate or observe the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And the Council of Bishops, the U.S. Council of Bishops, thought that it was a wise and good thing on this 250th anniversary of the country to dedicate our country to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. And so this Thursday night, we're going to have a vigil mass. And of course, Friday, we'll have a mass that observes this. The whole idea of the Sacred Heart of Jesus is so important. Because if it wasn't for Jesus, we would know nothing about the heart of God. Okay. Because what Jesus is a physical representation, or not representation, a physical presentation of God's heart to humanity. Okay. Now, the whole idea of heart is a difficult one for us to get around because in the Bible it might mean something a little different than it does in our times in English. When we think of heart, we think of emotions, right? But actually, in the Old Testament, the Hebrew word lave really is the seat of decision involving the will and involving the intellect. Okay, in other words, when God sets his heart on you, it's not, okay, his emotions, okay? It involves that for sure. But it really involves an intense focus upon us. In the Old Testament, it was Israel. And God set his heart on Israel, not because they were better than anybody else, but because he loves them, even though they weren't the brightest, they weren't the most powerful, right? And so, this is all in the mystery of God. Why in the world would he set his heart upon me? I mean, whoa, I just don't have the foggiest idea of why that is, but it is. I believe it, okay? Because I experienced in my life the fruits of that, right? Okay, so that, when you get to the New Testament, there is that emotion in Jesus. I always tell you my favorite Greek word, splagnidzomai, right? Okay, that shows the emotions, not from the heart, but from the visceral part of your cavity here, okay. It's onomatopoeia, okay. The word sounds like it means splagnidzomai, right? So when he saw the crowds, he did express the heart. The emotions, but also the setting of his desires as well as affections upon us. Now, my guess is that this all comes from Pope Leo in the first place. And of course, he is our first American. He's an American Pope. I still can't get over how huge that is, right? And he knows us intimately because he's one of us, right? And so, no doubt, he is behind this whole thing where our country, which has really become so heartless in our divisions and in our materialism, in our turning our backs on God, and therefore, at the same time, turning our backs on one another. Living for the moment, living hedonistically. The Pope wants us to be really focused on the Sacred Heart of Jesus, because the Sacred Heart of Jesus is focused on us. So we'll see you at the Masses on Thursday and Friday, and we will see you in the Masses on Sunday. God bless.